Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make homemade cheese danishes. They're so good, and they're very easy to make, very few ingredients. Most of them you probably already have in your fridge. I love them. Like I said, they're easy. They're so good. I mean, who doesn't love a good cheese Danish? And today, they're not going to come out of any box, any bag that you tear open. You eat just like a stale one. They're going to be nice and warm and fresh and puffy and delicious. Okay, let me show you what you're going to need so we can get started. 1 sheet of frozen puff pastry, thawed, cream cheese, sour cream, egg yolk, lemon zest, sugar, a little bit of egg wash, and some vanilla extract. Like I said, this is very easy to make, and wait till you see how good they are. It's unbelievable. Okay, first thing to do, we're going to make our filling. We need 4 ounces of plain cream cheese, and it's important that your ingredients are at room temperature. Well, except for the puff pastry. You kind of want to have that thawed in the fridge, because otherwise it becomes really difficult to work with. Now we're going to need some sour cream, about a tablespoon of sour cream. Now I like to put sour cream in it just because it gives a little bit more of a tang, and I love that. We need an egg yolk to bind it. We need some lemon zest. Now the lemon zest is key here because without the lemon zest, you're not going to get that delicious cheese Danish. The lemon zest is very important. It really just kind of cuts the heaviness of it. Then we're going to need 3 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to need a little bit of vanilla, about a half a teaspoon if I can get it open. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. And the egg wash over there is just an egg with a little bit of water that I beat together so that I can brush it on top of my pastries, and also it's going to act like glue. Okay, you want to just mix this together. I'm going to switch to a whisk and just mix until they're combined. Now that's perfect. You just want to mix it. You don't want to over mix it because you don't want to like whip it. Okay, we have that done. Now this is going to make 4, which are going to be really good for as soon as they come out of the oven. I love to dig into one like 5 minutes later. And then I'm going to have 2 breakfast tomorrow morning to dip into some coffee. Alright, this is a puff pastry. I've let this thaw out in the fridge. Now, if you want to, and I don't know why you would want to, you can make your own puff pastry. Speaking from experience, it's very tedious, it takes a long time, and you kind of have to, it's like a layer. It's a layer between pastry and butter. It's very tedious, so I buy it at the supermarket. It's in my freezer section, and it's like $3 for 2 sheets of them. And in this case, we're going to use 1, but you can always just double up the ingredients and just make 8 of them if you have guests coming over. Now we're going to flour our board just a bit because I want to roll it out until it's about like 10 by 10. And I want to make sure to flour my rolling pin. Here we go. And this is so awesome when it bakes, puff pastry, when it bakes, the butter, the little pieces of butter, which you can actually see, they kind of puff up and they make it so amazing. You can kind of see all the little pieces in there. It's pretty awesome. Like I said, to make it from scratch, if you want to, go right ahead, and I give you props, but you really don't have to. Okay, got this well floured, and now we're just gonna roll it out a little bit more, not too much, like that. Looks about right. You don't have to actually measure anything. I'm not gonna come to your house with a ruler and measure it. So cut this in quarters. However, there we go. That looks about right. Now take each one. Take a tablespoon of your filling, roughly about a tablespoon. Put it right in the center. And it looks like it's not a lot, but it does spread out quite a bit. And you don't want to fill these too much, otherwise they'll kind of get soggy. Just basically divide your filling into 4 equal parts here. Okay, taking your egg wash, take a pastry brush and just all around the border of the pastry. Last one. Okay, now we're going to take the 2 opposite corners, okay, and just pinch them together and just drop them back down, just like that. And you're going to have perfect cheese Danishes. Pinch together. Make sure you do, otherwise it'll kind of fall apart. And it really doesn't matter. Okey-doke. One more. Okay, now we're going to transfer these onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Like so. And these are going to go into the fridge for about 30 minutes. They do need to firm up. The filling needs to firm up. The pastry needs to be nice and cold, cold, cold before it goes into the oven so it puffs up really nicely. So into the fridge for about 30 minutes, and then when I see you next, we'll be ready to bake them. Now guys, I had these in the fridge for 30 minutes, and meanwhile you want to preheat your oven to 400 because now we're going to bake them. Now remember that egg wash we had left over? I'm just going to brush the top of them because I want them to be really nice and shiny and glossy so that when they bake, they get nice and golden and they puff up and they're absolutely delicious. Just like so. Okie doke. And these are ready to hit the oven. 400 degrees, 20 to 25 minutes. They're lightly golden brown and nice and puffy. And then we're going to try them out. You bet we're going to try them out. Now guys, these baked for about 25 minutes, and as you can see, they're nicely golden and puffed up. They look amazing and smell even better. Now let these cool for about 5 minutes. You don't need to let them cool too much. Now I'm just going to put these on a plate. Oh, they look beautiful. Give them a nice sprinkling of confectioner's sugar. Just like that. Tell me you're going to get that out of any box. I think not. Now, you and I did them together, and we both saw how incredibly easy they were to make, and very few ingredients. And when you taste them, you will never, ever buy another boxed up cheese Danish when you can make them yourself just that easily. And look at that. You can hear the crunch. They're still warm. You can see how incredible they are on the inside. That filling. Oh my gosh. So good. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. That is like price worthy. It's so incredible. To get this recipe and other recipes, check out my website, www.laurenkitchen.com. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.